What if the biggest thing holding you back from a life without back pain isn't a slip disc or herniation? What if it's not your spinal stenosis, your degeneration, or that bulge your doctor pointed to on their MRI? In fact, what if I told you that groundbreaking research published in top medical journals shows that millions of people are walking around right now with the exact same disc herniations, bulges, and degeneration as you, but they have zero pain. They're completely asymptomatic. They don't even know they have it. So if they can have a bad back on paper and feel perfectly fine, why are you still stuck, still frustrated, and still waking up stiff every single morning? The answer is a lie. It's a lie the industry tells you, but worse, it's a lie that you started to tell yourself. And it's that lie that's keeping you trapped, missing out on your life, way more than your MRI report ever could. Stay with me because I'm going to expose that in this video and show you how to finally break free. Look, I get it. When you've had back pain for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, or however long it is, it stops just being a physical thing and it starts becoming who you are. It affects your identity. You get the MRI scan, the doctor points to the shadow and says, there's the problem. And from that moment on, your entire identity becomes the person with the bad back. I'm never going to be back to living how I want to. I'm never going to have that freedom that I experienced before. You wake up and before your feet even hit the floor, you do that mental scan. How's my back today? Is it going to be a good day? Is it going to be a bad day? What can I not do today? You see your friends planning a hike or your kids want to play and your automatic answer is, I just can't do it. You stop planning your holidays. You dread long car journeys. You feel old. You feel broken. You feel helpless. And I was there. At 19, I herniated 2 discs. For 5 years, my life was gone. I gained over 48 pounds. I was depressed. I was angry. And I was bitter at watching all of my friends living their lives while I was on the sofa full of painkillers in pain. And I tried everything. I tried the chiropractor, the massage therapist, I tried physiotherapist, manual therapist, every single therapist you can think of, all the stretches, all of the injections. And every single time I'd get a bit of temporary relief. And then the pain would come roaring back. And with every failed attempt, the lie got stronger. The lie that says this is permanent. The lie that I was telling myself that this MRI proves that I'm broken. The lie that says this is your life now, you just have to accept it. Have you ever heard the story of the circus elephant? When it's a baby, they tie it to a small wooden stake with a thin rope. The baby elephant, it pulls and it fights, but it's not strong enough to ever break free. It tries pulling the small rope, but it fails and it fails over again and again and again and again, until eventually it just stops trying. It's learned that it can't do it. Now, years later, that same elephant is now a 10,000-pound beast that could literally smash through a brick wall, but it's still held by the same thin rope tied to that same small stake. Why doesn't it just walk away? Why doesn't it break itself free? Because its brain has learned that it's helpless. The rope isn't what's holding it back anymore. It's its own belief, the belief that it can't break free from the rope. This is a psychological principle called learned helplessness. And most people with chronic back pain are trapped in this exact same loop. Every failed stretch, every adjustment that didn't last, every miracle cure that maybe turned out to be a scam. It's just another pull on that rope. It trains your brain, your nervous system, to believe that nothing will work. So what do? You stop trying, you accept that pain as your identity. And the back pain industry loves this, by the way. It keeps you dependent, coming back for that next temporary fix. But what if the rope isn't real? What if your pain isn't coming from the broken disc, but from a brain that's been retrained, that's stuck in the protection and pain loop? Now think about this for a moment. A top professional athlete, a footballer, hockey player, NBA star, whatever it is, they suffer a career-ending disc herniation. 6 months later, they're back on the field competing at the highest level. We see that time and time again in sports. How? Do they have some sort of magical spine? Do they just push through it? Absolutely not. They have access to something you and I don't, a multidisciplinary team. They have a movement therapist for a movement, a strength coach for stability, a nutritionist to hammer inflammation, a sports psychologist to manage the fear of re-injury and rebuild confidence, and a doctor coordinating it all. They attack the problem from every single angle at the same time. They address the psychology of pain just as much as the physiology of the disc. Now here's what's interesting. The research is absolutely clear on this. Studies consistently show that a multidisciplinary approach combining physical, psychological methods is vastly superior for overcoming chronic pain than any single treatment method alone. When I was 24, I was flat broke and desperate. But I learned this. I couldn't afford that multi-million-dollar team that a sports star or a celebrity could. So I became obsessed. I spent years studying all of it. The physical therapy, the neuroscience of pain, nutrition, osteopathic principles that I could do on my own at home. And I built my own system, my own recovery matrix. The shocking lie is that your MRI scan has dictated your life. The lie is that you're broken beyond repair. The truth is, your brain and body are designed to heal. You just need to give them the right signals. You have to snap that rope, and you don't do it just by thinking positive. You do it by getting small, quick wins that compound on top of one another. You have to prove to your brain that it's wrong. You start with small, safe movements. You learn to retrain your core. You learn how to switch off the muscles that are in a constant state of spasm. And with every small win, with every movement you reclaim without pain, you are rewiring your brain. You're sending your brain a new signal. You're teaching it that movement is safe again. You're showing that 10,000-pound elephant that the rope is just a piece of string. And that's what I did. I used this system not only to get out of 5 years of chronic back pain, but also to get into the best shape of my life, lose 48 pounds of fat, and even compete in a fitness competition, something that my doctors would have laughed at. This isn't magic, it's a scientifically proven method. Your dreams, maybe playing with your kids, traveling, just waking up and feeling good, they're not over. You've just been using the wrong map. You've been trying to fight a 10-front war by only attacking one front. If you want to find out which map your body actually needs, I've created a free back pain profile assessment that identifies your specific pattern. Because the first step to breaking that rope is knowing exactly what's holding you back. It takes 3 minutes and you'll finally see why those single front approaches haven't worked for you. Links in the description. Go and find out which pattern you're dealing with, get some clarity, and start your recovery with the right map.